Hey guys, this is Frank Socorro from SAE Miami, and we're going to give you guys a short tutorial on how to get your vocals to work with a 2-track mix. The first things that I always do when placing a 2-track in a vocal is I listen to the 2-track and I hear how loud it is. Typically, you'll get a song or 2-track that's been bounced and it's already been mixed and semi-mastered or limited, so it's going to be very loud to begin with. So the first thing I usually do is I try to bring that track down somewhere between 4 and 7 decibels, so that I'm kind of bouncing in this area on my master fader, because if I leave this at 0, it's not going to give me any headroom to then add my vocals. So let's listen to this 2-track real quick and see how loud it actually is. Okay, so you can see here that it's got quite a bit of level and it's clearly already had some sort of limiter put on it, so it's already really loud and it's actually kind of exhibiting some distortion. There's nothing we can do about that now, but we're just gonna have to deal with it. So I'm gonna leave it there at around -5.2, and then I'll start to work on my vocals. This is going to give me enough headroom so that I can put my vocals in and I still have all this space to work with, and which will allow me to have a really loud mix without having to do any additional limiting or upward compression to make a louder master. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to listen to my vocal now, and I'm going to play this in solo just to kind of hear the quality of it.
Sun down, sun up, my mind focused up on the come up. I gotta get it. One time said I hit it and I quit it. Caught a big charge, gotta quit it. Got a thing for them boys. I keep lawyers employed. Money strong like a Roy's, or wrestling toys, maintaining my
Okay, so
boys.
we can hear clearly in this vocal that it was recorded in a place where it wasn't maybe acoustically treated as we would like, so there is a light echo in there, and there is a little bit of noise. So I kind of have a series of plugins that I would use to get this vocal up to par. The first thing I'll usually do is remove some of the noise, so anywhere between 60 and 80. I'll cut out some low frequency stuff in case there's like any AC noise if this was recorded in somebody's house or whatnot.
Sun down, sun up, my mind focused up on the come up. I gotta get it.
I never want to go too high on the frequency here because I don't want to cut off too much of the low end, which gives me presence in my vocal. After I got that, I'm going to do some kind of heavy compression because this is a very dynamic vocal. This happens a lot when you have artists who don't have their mic control all together yet. They're early on in their stages and they're still kind of moving around while recording. So we're going to give this guy quite a good amount of compression, and I like using this compressor because it kind of lets me get away with that.
Sun down, sun up, my mind
that's followed by a EQ where I'm just doing some light EQ, kind of boosting the things that I feel are missing here in the vocal.
Sun down, sun up, my mind focused up on the come up. I gotta get it. One time said I hit it
And then
and
follow that by this EQ. This is the mag EQ. This is something I really like using because it has this cool air frequency band, which is a really high frequency, which I find that a lot of people will send a 2-track and it's really bright. So I kind of balance it out with that 2-track already there.
Sun down, sun up, my mind focused up on the come up. I gotta get it. One time said I hit it and I quit it. Caught a big charge, gotta quit it. Got a thing for them boys. I keep lawyers employed. Money strong like a Roy's, or wrestling toys, maintaining my boys.
So then what I'll do is I'll try to get a good balance between them volume wise, and then I'll finish up the vocal with a little bit of saturation just because it sounded like his vocal mic maybe was a little bit thin, which again, people starting out, they make choices sometimes based on what their friends tell them or whatnot. So I'm going to add a little saturation just to add a little thickness to his vocal and kind of make it be able to compete with the track.
Sun down, sun up, my mind focused up on the come up. I gotta get it. One time said I hit it and I quit it. Caught a big charge, gotta quit it.
Hey guys, so I really hope you enjoyed those tips, and I hope that they're useful for you in your mixing. If you want any more information, you can check us out at saa.edu.